Ninkala mu Bondi Yanga.
My name is His Royal Highness Chief Fwambo from Mbala District, Chief of the Mambwe people. The steps that are supposed to be followed to get legal land in the chiefdom are that one has to go through the headman. Sometimes some people may not go through the headman. There are some people that will go straight to the chief. However, the chief will still direct that person to the headman because the chief administers land through the headman. So these are the people that know the areas very well. So once this person approaches the headman, if your land is available or if it's land that has been identified, then the headman will call a committee. They will sit. Once they've agreed, then they will do the minutes. And they will take now that document to the chief. The chief will not immediately consent. The chief will have to send a team for verification to ensure that this land does not belong to anyone else, and also ensure that it's not there in the register. So once the team gives a report to the chief now will consent, and they can give, now the chief will give a certificate to that land. How one would confirm that this land has not been allocated to anyone? There are village registers, and then there are also registers that are kept at the chief's office. So one has to do the verification first and foremost with the village registers, as well as the chief's office. It's also important to ensure that there's verification with the Ministry of Lands, because sometimes you may not know that this land has already been given to someone who has a title and is sitting on the title without you knowing. So once you follow those steps of verification, then you'll be sure that this land has not been given to anyone. You must know that the local authority works in conjunction with the traditional leadership. So we need to go to these offices, the village registers, the chief's office, the council, as well as the Ministry of Lands. That way, when we do verification, and we ensure that the people that are giving land are people that are well known, not anyone else. I'll give an example. Within the hierarchy of the chiefs, there are people, if you're not careful, because these documents that we have, like the date stamp, must be well secured. You wouldn't know that maybe your own retainers have authorized. Some people would even forge the signature of the chief. There are a lot of cases where we've seen the forging of the signatures, and the people purport to like the chief has consented, and yet this is just something that is forged. So we must ensure that we secure these documents, these items, the date stamp, even the papers, the headed papers that we use. Make sure that they are under custody with the chief or someone who's very well trusted, someone who's very well known. That way we would avoid. And also, we must ensure that we have not just the retainers, but also the headmen that are recognized, not anyone else. That way would avoid people masquerading. And if you hear of anything, immediately you must get involved to know whether these are your people or these are people that are probably just masquerading. Because even at the village level, sometimes the headman may not know what is happening with his team. The secretary of the village, they can also issue land. They can also forge the signatures and also one other thing is that we must ensure that no one else, apart from the chief consenting, final consenting, only the chief should consent. The headman and his people are only supposed to forward the process that has been forwarded to the chief for verification and consenting. And they should not also use any date stamp. They just do the minutes and take to the chief, that's all. If you get land without following proper steps, you risk losing that land. There are some people that have gotten land fraudulently. they jump some steps and they go to Ministry of Land. They get title. You know these offices. However, once title probably has been issued by the Ministry of Land, they have no authority to cancel that title. It can only be taken to court where authority probably to cancel that can be done. So if it is proved that this land was gotten fraudulently, obviously you lose because you have to cancel that title. Or worse still, we've seen many times where people, like it's just a piece of land where someone wanted to build a house, they demolish the buildings. We've seen this happen because you didn't follow the right procedures to get land. So at the end of the day, if it is proven that this land was fraudulently obtained, you have to demolish the building. Personally, I've also seen people lose land after they fraudulently obtained it. So once we see these things happening, we are supposed to sensitize our people so that they get to know that it is not right to use shortcuts. The best way is to use the right procedure. Of course, we know that, like for instance, if you are going to get land, sometimes it may not be cheaper because you need to pay a certain fee for you to have this land secured. When someone has been given a certificate, for instance, which was a customary land, so now we advise that one needs to go to the council. There are forms that the council will provide, and then they will come to the palace. We will do the stamp once we've done the verification, and if we are sure we have this land, it was given, so we'll do the stamp, and then they'll take the council. There are forms there that are supposed to be issued by the council. Then the council, they will pay some money to the council. The council will send a team to come and do verification and ensure that there's no one else on that land. They need to go through the processes there, and further, then this person can obtain this title certificate.
Pomanga, abondi yanga I made sure I was a very window, lelo ninkala mu bondi yanga.
For many, home is just a place to sleep, a rented room, a leaking roof, a borrowed space that never truly feels like theirs. Martha has always worked hard, always saved what she could. But what if her savings could do more? ZNBS is making home ownership possible, a small loan built on group savings, giving families like Martha's a chance to own something real. With the Timange housing loan, Martha's savings turn into bricks, her dream into a foundation. Join a village banking group today and let ZNBS's Timange housing loan help you own your home. Timange, your savings, your home.